you. You too, thanks. I'm at the drive-thru, sneaking a treat for myself. I'm starving. And I'm not going to get back from my CoDA meeting till 8:30ish. And I don't think I can hold it that long. Just having some honest feelings right now because I want to say it out loud. And this video journal is not going to be watched by anybody, most likely. Not even my children. But on this very, very small chance that it is going to be watched, hello there, how are you? This is your mother at 41 years old on May 24th, 2022. We just made a decision this morning to get Matthew a Herbie car, or I should say a Volkswagen Bug, that he could turn into Herbie if he wanted to. Matthew's always wanted a Herbie car ever since he was old enough to speak. He's loved Herbie. And now he's old enough to have a car, and we're going to get him a car just like we did his brothers when they were old enough to start working on cars and getting ready to drive and stuff like that. So I'm super, super excited. Yeah. Anyways, excited. So I guess this is a short video. I'll just talk really quick. Jim is really, really wonderful when he wants to be. But when he's triggered, he is a whole nother beast. Excuse me. And I imagine I might be similar because I think I'm a pretty awesome person unless I'm triggered, then I'm a whole nother beast. Last night, my husband was super wonderful when I came home, like scary wonderful. I almost didn't quite trust why he was being so wonderful, but I figured that was just my issue, not him. And then he all of a sudden started to act kind of annoyed. He seemed annoyed at Matthew, he seemed annoyed at me, then he got really annoyed at Brooklyn, and he started basically going off on me about her, and then Brooklyn started to confide in me about feeling like her dad was mad at her, but neither one of them were communicating. And so then I addressed Jim in a way that helps him learn, because he asked me, how can I do this better? She's just like this and I'm just going to take away that, and like he was going off angrily and hostile like and just scary like. But you know, instead of allowing me to go there with it, I stayed strong, and I was so proud of that. Because I don't always stay strong when Jim gets scary, triggered, you know? We're just trying this out. We're figuring things out one day at a time. That's all I can do. I would like to go back to school. I would like Jim to support me while I work on a degree in counseling. That would be honestly my first step towards doing something awesome for myself with all the knowledge that I've gained. I just had 2 interviews and I didn't get either job. And I'm qualified for both of them. I know I am. But I'm also, if I'm honest with myself, I'm not the most well-liked person in the group. I think I'm a little pushy and I make people work hard, and that's fine. All right, I'm going to eat my fast food now before I get to my group, so I'll talk to myself later.
Hi, I'm Crystal. I'm codependent. I haven't been here the last couple Tuesdays. I went to my grandma's funeral a couple weeks ago, and my children stayed home with their grandparents for Mother's Day weekend, and my husband and I did a mad dash. It's cheaper that way. We ran up to Idaho, and then we came back, and when we were back Monday night, it was like super late at night and kids had school the next day, and I'm just about ready to head to CoDA on Tuesday, and my son's all, hey mom, you want to spend time with me? And I'm all, of course I do. I haven't seen you all weekend. It's been ages, and he's almost 15, and when are you going to get a 15-year-old to spend time with you? So heck yeah, I spent time with my kids, and then we all went out to dinner and stuff because we talked about our trip and whatnot. And then last Tuesday, that same son promoted from 8th grade to 9th grade. And so I'm doing mad dashes to Kohl's to get him shoes because I didn't know he had stuffing coming out of his shoes, and, you know, new white shirt because he's got sweat stains like boys do. And so I'm making them look good like moms are supposed to. And I just felt really privileged that I don't have rent to pay anymore, and I don't have the storage unit to pay anymore, and I've got money to pay off those credit cards so I could swipe the money in the Kohl's. And I was like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, is raising my kids, and I felt really good about it. A little history about me is that I left my husband a year ago. Actually, I'm going to back it up. 2 years ago, we were having an argument on a Saturday morning about how I wanted to join a 12-step group, and I wanted to join the Codependence Anonymous one. And the pandemic had just started, and I found one online, and I thought that would be perfect because I wouldn't have to go anywhere. My husband's extremely jealous and possessive and controlling, and I have catered to that and enabled it for the better 16 years. So when I started finding out about codependency and enabling someone's poor behaviors, I started to work with my therapist to try to go back on that and not do that anymore. And I thought, okay, great, a 12-step group online. He can't get jealous, he can't stop me from going, and he still thought that I wanted to join this online group to meet guys. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I took my clothes and my stuff out of the master bedroom, and I moved it into the spare bedroom, and I made a safe zone for myself, and I hunkered down and I stood my ground, and I wasn't going to let him claim anything else for me or tell me who I was or tell me what I was about anymore. And it was so liberating. And that was April 11th and then of 2020. Not even a year later, I was moving out, and I moved into my own apartment, got 3 jobs, working 7 days a week, just trying to pay rent. And the back and forthness in my mind about my children and my kids and my marriage, and my husband's all of a sudden waking up and realizing and getting help, and I didn't want to deal with him anymore. But then they ended up raising my rent, and I ended up having to move out, and then I moved in with my mom for a little bit. Long story short, now I'm back at home with my husband and my kids, and I'm having all kinds of resistance to him changing, resistance to him being better, I'm living in the past, I'm living with the PTSD, I'm living with all of the things that he used to do and control me about, and I'm having a hard time staying in the middle. And I think the biggest thing that I was really proud of, that I wanted to just end on a positive note, is in the last week, I deactivated my Facebook account. And I didn't think that was such a huge deal, because I didn't think I was looking at Facebook or commenting or posting for other people's approval of me. But now that I'm not on my Facebook, I notice how much I was on Facebook. I'm like, wow, why did I do that? Why do I want to go on there right now? What's going on with me right now? So I'm checking in with myself, and I'm like, that's because I'm lonely and I'm wanting someone to tell me I'm okay, or I want to tell a joke, or I want to share a funny, or I want to do something, and that thumbs up or the heart or the funny little comment, you feel seen. But I had plans last Saturday for friends to come and do a little paint thing. I was trying to do something, and nobody showed. Nobody RSVP'd, nobody did anything, and I was like really heartbroken, and I deactivated my account in retaliation. But at the end of the day, what I recognize is we think that those relationships on Facebook are more serious than they are, when really at the end of the day, what is reality? The reality is the authenticness of this kind of group, and the relationships that we have in reality on face-to-face people, not Facebook people, because it doesn't take much energy or intimacy to click like on someone's post. But it takes a lot of guts to arrive at a place like this and share your story and just keep being honest about your own things and keep working the program. I've only been here a year, but I've seen so much growth in just the girls that I've known for a year, and I'm like, yeah, I think the program works, and I just appreciate it. So thank you. Keep coming back.
Hey.